For much of the past 4 years, the United Nations and the United States have had a tenuous relationship, even tumultuous at times.
The future does not belong to globalists.
Hardly a friend to the UN or fan of multilateralism, President Trump has defunded and withdrawn from key UN agencies his administration disagreed with and walked away from hard-won multilateral agreements on climate change and Iran's nuclear program.
I think, Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General of the United Nations, wouldn't say it publicly, but I think, the last 4 years has really been about managing a very bad relationship and trying to minimize the damage that the Trump administration was doing to the multilateral system.
Among his most cutting moves, announcing America's departure from the World Health Organization in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. For many UN diplomats, navigating that relationship with the president of a major superpower at what may be the most challenging time in UN history has been quite the balancing act. But all that could soon change. President-elect Joe Biden and his team have pledged to reverse course by re-engaging with the UN in a promised comeback.
I want to say to you, America is back. Multilateralism is back. Diplomacy is back.
Biden has promised to rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement, the Iran nuclear deal, and the World Health Organization. Rights groups also hope Washington restores payment to UN peacekeeping and funding to the UN Population Fund and resumes support for Palestinian refugees. But many UN observers believe the damage has already been done, and the road to repair won't be an easy one.
He has done so much damage, President Trump, on that scale that it's going to take a long time for, Joe Biden to really send the message and build the trust again, and really try and recapture this generation that have grown up under Donald Trump and perhaps think differently about what human rights are.
I don't think that Biden is going to return the UN to an idyllic period of peace and love. There are going to be a lot of tensions between the US and China, but perhaps I think most seriously still between the US and Russia over issues like Syria. But still, you're going to have a US administration that wants to find diplomatic solutions to international problems, not just use the UN as a platform to attack its rivals.
The general hope among many UN observers and diplomats is that America under Biden would see the world's most powerful nation and biggest economy no longer sitting merely on the sidelines of international diplomacy, but playing a leading role once again. Liling, CGTN, New York.